Hey guys, so tomorrow, July 16th, is my 21st birthday, so I kind of just wanted to take a minute today to reflect on some of the things that I did when I was 20. Some of these things are really good things, and some of these things are really bad things, but mainly they're just sort of little things. I feel like so often we just sort of disregard and forget about a lot of the little experiences we have that sort of shape us. So I just kind of wanted to acknowledge some of those things and share them with you. So here we go. So this past year when I was 20, I went bowling, went to the zoo. I moved away from home and lived in my own apartment. This also involved things like doing my own laundry, cleaning toilets, buying dish soap, and taking out my own garbage. I also got in a car accident. I lost my apartment keys and got locked out of my apartment at midnight. I lost my passport. That was not a fun one, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I hiked up Runyon Canyon. I drove to Vegas. I drove to San Francisco. I did my very first Stage It show. For the first time ever, I sang on a stage without my guitar. I also played on the biggest stage in front of the biggest audience that I'd ever played before. I got myself a boyfriend. I lost myself a boyfriend. I went to music school. I was actually in a couple social situations here and there where I didn't want to die. I got a record player. I discovered and sort of locked down a musical sound that I really liked. I wrote a couple of my favorite original songs to date, and I recorded a new 4-song EP. Now, as I was thinking about some of these things, I just sort of reflected on the whole year overall. I also thought about sort of the worst things that happened this year and the things that I was most disappointed with, as well as the things that I am the happiest about. So I'm going to share those with you now. The thing that sort of overall brought me down the most, I think, the past year is just that I did not make as much progress with my YouTube and just my whole musical career as I really would have liked to. I definitely learned a lot, so it wasn't a totally negative experience, and there were still some really cool things that happened, but overall, I really just don't feel like I did as much as I wanted to do. I did record a new EP that's gonna be coming out in the next couple of months, so I'm really excited about that, and hopefully that will help make up for some of the lack of musical excitement that happened in the past year. The thing that I am the happiest about and that just made me feel the best overall was sort of just going to school and being around people. Now, I know that so many people go to college and go to some sort of school after high school, and that I'm not really special in that sense, but it was something for me that at first, just the thought of it was so terrifying. For most of the past 5 or 6 years, I just had major social anxiety and just a lot of negative feelings going on. For a lot of that time, I was also really sort of isolated and not really around people. And a year ago, honestly, the thought of just walking into a classroom and being around people like my own age was the most terrifying thing that I could even think of. I don't really know what possessed me to want to go to school. As much as I did learn a lot of really useful things, I was really just going to sort of challenge myself and do something out of my comfort zone, and I think that it just was really, really good for me. Like I said, I actually can be in social situations where it is not my worst nightmare and where it doesn't always suck. And I don't think I really changed that much. It's not now that I'm like never awkward or that I'm super cool and fun. I think my confidence just improved a lot, and that was really the main thing that I think I improved a lot upon in the past year. That was just sort of my little summary of the past year, I guess. I really encourage you guys to just sort of reflect and consciously take a few minutes to think about some of the things that you've done in the past year, or some of the things that you've done recently that either made you feel really good or even that made you feel kind of bad, because I think it's good to just be aware of the things that have happened and think about how they've shaped you and how they've affected you. Also, I'm sorry if I'm like moving around and standing kind of awkwardly. I'm just on a bit of like a hill type of thing. I'm in my yard in Canada, and it was just kind of a nice day outside, so I wanted to film out here. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you when I am 21. Bye.